Good morning, students. In today's class, we will see the implementation of 10th A lab program of DA, that is implement all pair shortest path problem using Floyd's algorithm. Before we come back to this program, let us see what we have done in the theory class. I recommend that you people see the theory video lecture, then you can come back here. So Floyd's algorithm is all pair shortest path algorithm, meaning is for this graph, what the program should print is, it has to print a output matrix where it should tell us, in the first row it should tell us what is the shortest path from A to B, A to C, A to D. In the second row of output matrix, it should tell us what is the shortest path from B to A, B to C, B to D. In third row, it has to tell us what is the shortest path from C to A, C to B, C to D. In fourth row, it has to tell us what is the shortest path from D to A, D to B, D to C, right? So this we call it as all pair shortest path. The output will be directed acyclic graph cost matrix, okay, which should not have a cycle. Now number of nodes are 4. We are going to go for 4 iterations. In first iteration, we get D to the power 1. In second iteration, we get D to the power 2. In third iteration, we get D to the power 3. And in fourth iteration, we get D to the power 4. Now, whatever we have in D to the power 4, that we print it, we get that as a solution. Now, let me tell you what is this shortest path. For this example, you can see that there is no direct path from A to B. Yes or no? There is no direct edge from A to B. So if you see this A to B, what is the cost we have? Infinity, right? So when you run the Floyd's algorithm, what it does is, it will try and check whether there is a indirect path from A to B. What is indirect path? There is a path from A to C. What is the cost C here? It is 3. There is a cost from C to B also. What is that cost? It is 7. 3 plus 7, it is 10. 10, is it less than infinity? Yes. So we update 10. You can see that in third iteration we are getting the output. Okay, 10. Now this procedure has to work for each and every node and all those hidden paths. Clear? So in first iteration, it does it for first column, first row, where it will check whether there is a positive cost B to A. So how it goes? It starts from A to A, okay, then B to A. Yes, there is a positive cost. It goes to A to A is 0, A to B is infinity, A to C there is a positive cost, right? So it adds 2 plus 3, it is 5. Then it will check what is the cost from B to C. B to C, what is the cost? It is infinity. Infinity will be replaced by 5, right? So like that, it will scan the first column, first row in first iteration, second row, second column in second iteration. The final output we get is all the values that we get in D to the power 4, right? So with this basic information, we can directly go for a lab program. We need a scanner class because we are reading from the input. The class name is Floyd. You can give any class name Floyd, right? This is a main program. This is a main program. We have a variable n. N means number of vertices. For this example, number of vertices are 4. Okay, right? Cost matrix we have to read. For storing that, they have taken a variable cost. You can see that previous 3 programs, they have also taken cost of 2-dimensional matrix. Distance, see, this is the output matrix we have to find. Okay, d1, d2, d3, d4. For storing those values at the end of each and every iteration, they have taken distance. Again, it is a 2-dimensional matrix. Okay, so they have initialized size of cost matrix as 10 and 10. They have initialized distance matrix as 10 and 10. They create object of scanner class. After creating, they say enter the number of vertices. We read n value. I press 4. 4 is stored here. Then it will ask enter cost adjacent matrix. Okay. Again, same it is. See, I equal to 1 to n, j equal to 1 to n. Whatever you are typing here, whatever you type here, that will be stored in corresponding value of cost ij. If I press 2, 2 will go to cost of 1 and 1. If I press 0, it will go to cost of 1 and 1, right? So whatever value you are taking, we store it in distance of ij. In theory class, I told you that this is the original cost matrix. At the end of fourth iteration, whatever value we get in this distance node, so the values will get changed. So to retain the original matrix, we take this distance, right? So this is about reading all the values of cost matrix. Once you read the values in cost matrix, the next thing we do is we have to start with a Floyd algorithm. It has to go for how many iterations? N iterations. If number of nodes are 4, 4 iteration. If number of nodes are 5, 5 iteration. So this outermost kth for loop is going to take care about iterations. Okay. When k is 1, it's a int I. This is like we are reading from the matrix, we write from the matrix. Okay, we read from the matrix. After calculation, we have to write it, the answer, new answer, if it is less to the same matrix. So each and every time it is like we have to read from the matrix, write from the matrix. So they have taken these two for loops. If you see the previous Kruskal and Prims also, any algorithm that is reading the input from matrix, it should have two for loops. Okay, so if distance of I to k plus k to j, if it is less than distance of I to j. Now what is the meaning of this? You come back here, this is I and this is j. Okay, we see what is the initial value from a to b. A to b is infinity, where a is I and b is j. Now see, we found that there is an intermediate node called C. You see here, I to k and k to j. The distance of I to k is 3 plus k to j is 7. Total cost becomes 7. If it is less than I to j, if it is less than I to j, see, same thing. If distance of I to k plus distance of k to j, if it is less than distance of I to j, then we have to replace that new value to I to j. So earlier value of I to j was infinity. Now that infinity got replaced to what? 10. Okay. So earlier value was infinity. That infinity got replaced to 10. Clear? So this has to happen for what? Entire matrix. How many times it has to happen? N times. For that purpose, we take this outermost for loop will take care of iterations, and this will take care about the matrix. Okay. So we just keep on calculating that, and finally this is a code which is going to print the final matrix. Final matrix means at the end of last iteration all the values will be stored in distance, that we are going to print it. Okay, so this is about a Floyd algorithm. Very simple algorithm it is. Simple problem implementation. When you compile and run this program, it will ask enter number of vertices. I press 4. It will ask cost matrix. We have to just go on giving the cost matrix. Then it will print the final distance matrix. This is a final output you should get. Now with this output, you can just draw the graph also. Originally we have 1, 2, 3, 4. You can mark those nodes. Then you see this matrix values. You can just go on creating the edges and assign the cost to it. This is about Floyd algorithm.